Hello, I am going to go over the few sort of difficult rounds on the the Flamin Hat pattern that we worked on in class on Saturday. I've gone through round one, which is a simple one. This is a repeat or two on round two for those of you who didn't get to it in class. So I'm going to start right at the beginning of a repeat. We're on round two, so I'm going to start right here on these brackets. I've done the first repeat already. So this is all done with the contrast color. So I'm going to knit one. Then in this next stitch, I'm going to make 5 stitches out of 1 stitch. So you insert, now you're going to knit one, bring your yarn to the front like you're going to purl, but don't purl. Reinsert into the same stitch, knit again. So now you've got 3 wraps on your needle. Bring it back around to the front and knit a third time, but on this third time you're going to finish the stitch, complete the stitch, and slide it off your needle. So now you've got 5 wraps of yarn. You've made 5 stitches out of 1. Now we knit the next stitch and then slip one, and when you're slipping you want to make sure your yarn's behind your work. Okay, I'll do another repeat. Knit the first stitch, in the second stitch insert, wrap around, slide under to the front, yarn forward, insert again, under to the front. So you've got 3 wraps, yarn forward, knit again. This time complete the stitch, slide it off the needle. Knit one, slip one with your yarn in the back. Do it one more time, then we'll move along to the next round. Knit one, yarn over, knit one, yarn over, knit one, knit the next stitch, and slip one. Okay, we're back for round 3. That's the second round where you're going to be actively using your contrast color for the round. So to begin this repeat, you purl the first stitch, and then into each of those 5 stitches you created into the 1 stitch on the last round, you're going to insert like you're going to knit, and you're going to wrap 1 time, 2 times around the needle, and then under to the front and off. So it's a regular knit stitch, but when you wrap, instead of just wrapping once, you wrap twice, under and then off. Insert, wrap, wrap. That's what the abbreviation W2K means. Insert, wrap, wrap. I'm knitting these stitches continental with my left hand. If you knit with your right hand, you insert and then you wrap, wrap, under and off. Then you'll purl the next stitch, yarn to the back, slip the next stitch. We'll begin the repeat again. Yarn forward to purl, and then yarn back, and each of these next 5 you're going to do the W2K. So insert, wrap, 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 wrap. So you're going to have a lot of stitches crammed onto your needle at the end of this round. I find this one the most irritating of the whole pattern. So once you're done with that round, you're home free. So there's all 5 of those. Yarn to the front, purl the next stitch, yarn to the back, slip the last one. So each repeat now is going to have 10 stitches in between each white stitch, and it should look like that. Okay, we'll be back for round 4 in a minute. Okay, we're back with round 4. It's going to be main color now. You're done with your contrast color. You want to cut it because you're not going to use it for a while. Okay, beginning of round 4, you're going to knit one, and then you're going to slip 5, dropping that extra wrap. So you just want to catch one part of the wrap and let the other one fall off like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then knit 2. So there's 1, 2. Now the yarn across the back of your work, you just want to leave a little bit of slack across those 5 stitches. Okay, back to the beginning of the repeat. You're going to knit 1, and then you're going to slip 5 and get rid of the extra wrap. And that's going to leave these long, funny looking stitches. And that's what they're supposed to look like. Long and stretched out, just like that. And then knit 2. Okay, so you're going to have 5 stretched out stitches, 3 white stitches, or whatever your main color is. And there we go. Okay, we'll be back in a sec for round 5. Okay, back for round 5, which is super easy, but I'm going to show you anyway. So you're going to purl the first one, still with your main color again. And then you've got all those big loose stitches. You're just going to slip all of them. So they're so loose, you can just poke your needle into all of them and move them over like that. So purl 1. Oh, and look at that rookie mistake. I'm going to go back. So we purled the first stitch. You got to bring your yarn to the back before you slip. Now we'll slip 5. Now we'll bring the yarn to the front and purl 2. Beginning of the repeat, purl 1, yarn to the back, slip all 5, like that, yarn forward, purl 2. If you want to slip them one at a time, that's fine. So purl 1, yarn to the back. If you just want to pop them off like that, you can do it that way too. Yarn forward and purl. Okay, ready to do round 6. Okay, you're going to knit 2 together, and when you do that, it's going to be 1 colored one and 1 main color. So knit 2 together, leave your yarn in the back and slip 3 like that. And then you're going to do an SSK, and that's going to involve 1 colored and 1 of your main color. So an SSK, you insert like you're going to knit, slip that stitch over, insert into this stitch as if you were going to knit and move it over. And then insert your left needle tip through the fronts of those 2 stitches, and from that position, knit them together. And what that does, the knit 2 together slanted your stitch off that direction, the SSK slants you off the other direction. And it leaves the colored loop on top. It makes that the one that you see when you're looking at it. And then we're going to knit 1. Okay, we'll do that again. We're going to knit the first 2 together. There, slip 3 with the yarn in the back again when you're slipping, and then an SSK. So slip 1 knitwise, slip another knitwise, left needle tip through the fronts, and knit those together like that. Knit 1. Okay, we'll show you one more time. So those 2 are getting knit together. Slip those 3, SSK, slip 1, slip the next, needle tip through the fronts, knit them together. Okay, so that's on round 6. Round 7, your repeats are going to look like that now when you're done. Round 7 is going to be just the same thing. You're going to do a knit 2 together, those 2. You'll slip 1 in the middle and SSK on those. And then your next decrease round is exactly the same thing. You'll knit 2 together and an SSK. Rounds 9 and 10 are pretty self-explanatory. And then you're done with the repeat. Remember, after round 10, when you get to the end of your marker, it tells you to knit 1 and slip 1 and replace your marker. You're going to put your marker in a new place. And that is to get this staggered effect. You've got your little frost flowers here and here. And then you'll move your markers so that the next round the flower sits between the other 2. You'll do that after the first repeat, and after the second repeat, you won't need to move your marker after the third repeat. So I think that covers all the hard stuff on this hat. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, ready to do round 6. Okay, you're going to knit 2 together, and when you do that, it's going to be 1 colored one and 1 main color. So knit 2 together. Leave your yarn in the back and slip 3 like that. And then you're going to do an SSK, and that's going to involve one colored and one of your main color. So an SSK, you insert like you're going to knit, slip that stitch over, insert into this stitch as if you were going to knit and move it over, and then insert your left needle tip through the fronts of those two stitches, and from that position knit them together. And what that does, the knit two together slanted your stitch off that direction, the SSK slants you off the other direction, and it leaves the colored